How do you see the role of the CFO changing?
The CFO's role has always been a combination of protecting the shareholder value as well as enhancing it. The role of CFO is becoming a lot more focused towards going beyond the traditional, keeping the enterprise agile to adopt these changes.
Hyperautomation unifies all the processes within finance and accounting.
What AI and generative AI can do for the business, obviously boardrooms are talking about it, C-suite is talking about it. There are huge opportunities. Concerns are here.
Together, we are radically transforming finance and accounting business processes.
Hello and welcome to our Finance and Accounting Thought Leadership Series. My name's Simon Brookes, and for the last 20 years I've been reporting on business for the Financial Times and the Sunday Times. Today I'm excited to be exploring the rapidly evolving world of finance and accounting with two leading experts. Joining me is Krishnan Ragunathan, who is Head of F&A Services at WNS Global Services. With a wealth of experience in finance transformation, Krishnan collaborates closely with CFOs across the globe, turning challenges into opportunities for sustainable growth. And we also have Babu Sivadasan, who is founder of JIFFY.ai, a trailblazer in hyperautomation. Their mission is to revolutionize enterprise processes with an intelligent automation platform that empowers businesses to innovate faster and more effectively. Today we'll delve into how CFOs are redefining their roles in this dynamic landscape. We'll look at the impact of autonomous accounting and focus on hyperautomation and its effect on finance and accounting processes. Krishnan, can I turn to you first of all? How do you see the role of the CFO changing when it comes to creating shareholder value?
If you think about it, the CFO's role has always been a combination of protecting the shareholder value as well as enhancing it. Now, increasingly what you would see, traditionally the focus was more on protecting, which what I mean is making sure the bookkeeping is done in the right manner, controls are applied, budgets are managed, and planning function is working well. But in the current environment, with the significant ask around things like transformation budgets at the enterprise level, not just the function, with the significant technological advancements that are coming, combined with new regulatory requirements and new changes like ESG reporting, this role of CFO is becoming a lot more focused towards going beyond the traditional, just the protecting aspect of it, which is the accounting side, and focusing on managing change, funding the right change, and as well as spending significant amount of bandwidth on things that actually enhance shareholder value. That's where the need for minimizing the time on the accounting side of aspects, making it much more touchless, to increase the bandwidth on managing and analyzing the enterprise level performance, keeping the enterprise agile to adopt these changes, creating funding for the right capital allocation strategies, and therefore being able to analyze all of those scenarios is a much higher demand than it used to be. And that's the fundamental change we see.
Thank you for that. Babu, if I could turn to you. We've seen this rise in hyper-automation, haven't we? How do you see it transforming traditional finance and accounting processes?
What it does is, hyperautomation unifies, all the processes within finance and accounting. So whether it is procure to pay, or quote to cash, or record to analyze, and the analytics, that comes with it, and it unifies all that. So you get better decision making, better insights, and better decision making. Second, it brings nimbleness to the whole organization, right? Because you're able to react to it much faster, right? And you can make changes in a more agile manner. Last one is real efficiency, that comes with all these improvements, that you're making, right? And ability to scale really well.
And that efficiency, so important, obviously. Babu, thank you. So Krishnan, turning back to you, can you explain something about the role of data orchestration in autonomous accounting, and how does it contribute to more efficient financial systems?
See, if you look at the limitations today of the traditional environment to make the accounting process more autonomous, the biggest complexity lies in just the multiplicity of systems that the function has to deal with. While ERP brings a lot of integration, but very often we see multiple ERPs at play. Combined with that, there are other commercial systems that are hosting data, and data orchestration and synchronization of data between these systems becomes the biggest limitation in our ability to make the process touchless and also get some significant real-time insights into what's happening inside these processes. So bringing a layer of hyperautomation that unifies data across this multitude of systems and its ability to interact and orchestrate as well as synchronize the data between these applications significantly enhances, combined with the dosage of AI capabilities, significantly enhances the ability to make the accounting process touchless. And also, since the data is now available in a synchronized layer, your ability to generate real-time insights, actionable insights as you are accounting is much higher. Traditionally, generally a lot of this analysis was available post a period close, right? When you that's like a rear view mirror looking back into your books, right? But now you're looking straight into the road, and the data in real time is available to you to take the decision which turn to take or which signal to stop at. And that's the power of data orchestration synchronization enabled by use of such systems.
A real change there, and a positive one as well. Babu, can we talk about ERP? Based on your experience, how do you see hyper-automation transforming ERP systems?
I see them as very complementary. ERP systems are system of record, and they do that function really well. But what it is not really good at is, making changes, reacting to changes, applying a lot of rules, or rapidly changing rules, being able to look at all the other platforms out there holistically that are bolted on, and being able to make decisions based on all of those, considering all of those systems out there. And that is one area that hyperautomation really complements. Second, ERP systems were built for a different era. So these are systems that were built with the notion that people are going to log in and operate and do the data entry and things like that. Whereas the world today is very different. Like a lot of those human interpreters in the middle are not needed anymore, right? So being able to automatically make those action decisions and kind of process those things very complementary. Hyperautomation systems can do that very effectively. And then the last point is, being able to run better analytics as a result of this, because of this unification of data, right? And enabling the stakeholder, the decision makers, to be able to derive better insights as a result and better decision making as a result.
Great, so accuracy and speed look like two of the big advantages. Thank you for that. Yeah. Krishnan, how do you think organizations can harness the full benefit of AI and generative AI? I'm also thinking of the challenges they might face in doing that, and how would you recommend they overcome those challenges?
Certainly. So, and that's actually a question playing pretty much on the mind of everybody in C-suite today, because when you think about what AI and generative AI can do for the business, there are really immense opportunities out there. But at the same time, and when you look at ChatGPT and those kind of large-scale usage of generative AI capabilities, that has captured the attention of everybody in the world. And obviously boardrooms are talking about it, C-suite is talking about it. But along with that, they are also discussing significant concerns. And these concerns are around, traceability of decision making. When I use AI to decide on something, can I trace it back to what was the driver for that decision? Also, data privacy, right? And a lot of those components are real concerns. So, in our mind, you got to keep on testing and learning, but at the same time, there are ways and means of, for example, we use a lot of explainable AI, which actually explains the whole decision-making process, providing traceability into the decision-making, giving linkages to the backup documents or backup policies or procedures it has used to come up to the decision-making. So that provides a lot of insights into traceability. Then there are federated AI models, which kind of federate data which is private to you within your enterprise, and then data that it can source from other external sources and combines that but still maintains the privacy of your data. So there are ways and means in which we are solving for these challenges. Challenges are real, concerns are real, but they can be solved for. And what we believe is currently probably using generative AI capabilities more on the knowledge intensive areas, and transactional areas, making them touchless, seamless using AI. That's probably the right way to keep moving forward. But as you know, technology keeps on advancing, so I don't know if my answer will change 6 months from now. But at this point of time, definitely there are huge opportunities. Concerns are real, but there are ways to address those concerns when you work with the right teams. And we should continue to explore that. We should continue to build use cases. And probably at this point of time, I would focus more on knowledge intensive areas.
Great. And those teams and that expert advice, obviously very important. Thank you for that. Babu, coming back to you, more challenges. The primary challenges really that organizations might encounter when implementing hyper-automation in their finance and accounting processes. What are those challenges? And again, how would you recommend they overcome them?
Hyperautomation is a phenomenal piece of technology that really makes your organization extremely efficient today and future-proofs your organization as well. As you look at some of the challenges that you encounter, number one, making sure you pick the right tool set and making sure they are pre-configured for the right purposes, right? And so you make sure that is done well. Second, the roles of the users are changing, right? From what they used to actually perform, now you're letting systems do the work, deriving insights from that, fine-tuning those systems and continue to refine them. That is the role now. And then in terms of the business leaders, right, making sure you're deriving those insights and report on you leverage those insights, and that's what you report on, both to all the stakeholders.
So quite a change there. Thank you, Babu, for that. Krishnan, can I just ask you one final question? Tell us about your partnership with Jiffy. How and why are you doing this?
Thank you for asking that question. See, as WNS, more than 25 years of working with CFO organization, driving transformative change, and constantly listening to them and understanding what they're looking for, we saw this as a need to drive autonomous accounting and shift the bandwidth towards enhancing shareholder value. We have the domain expertise, we know how to do it, we needed the right technology platform to build this whole capability. And as we worked around that, we really liked the Jiffy platform. It gives us the right technology capabilities. We bring in the domain experience, and I think so it's a marriage that is really productive.
Lovely, thank you. And Babu, from your perspective?
Yeah, so we've been pioneers in AI, adoption of AI technology to solve business processes, enhance the business processes, improve the efficiency. And we were looking for a partner with real depth and expertise in the domain, right? To marry our technology, and WNS, we found it to be the perfect partner. So together, we are radically transforming the finance and accounting business processes, and very excited about the partnership.
Very exciting times. Krishnan and Babu, thank you both very much indeed for your time. Fascinating conversation, lots of useful insights and advice there. That's all for this. But stay tuned for more discussions in our Thought Leadership Finance and Accounting series.